Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and if you hear thunder rolling, yes, we are having rain again, which I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. Not going to complain because somebody bigger than me knows what we need, so, but I love it. I mean, I love the rain and the storms, and I know a lot of you have told me that you love rains and storms too, so I can sit here. My filming desk is right beside the window that faces out to the pool, and I can sit here and just watch it rain on the pool, and it looks so good. I'd love to just go sit in a tent that where you could hear all those drops hitting on the top of it. Love that. I could sleep probably for days. All right, anyway, enough of me and my rainstorm. I wanted to say thank you to a few people for helping support our channel through Buy Me a Coffee. And if you're wondering what that is, you can click on the link below and go over and read about it. You don't have to donate anything. You can just read about it. Jeanette, Carol, Marieke, Marieke, Donna, Karen, C.A. Gardner, Catherine, Karen, Melissa, Carol, Margie L.C., Jacqueline, Anna, Josie, Rose, Jan, and Jessica. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it more than you will ever know. My whole family does. The things that I am getting for the YouTube channel to do my videos with, I'm taking it out of the funds that you donate, so therefore it doesn't have to come out of my personal funds, which is good. So we're putting all that money, like I said, I did get a new camera, I've got new lighting, and what else did I get? I got something else with it, and then I bought some different things to do videos with, so thank you. Okay, today what we're going to do is these little miniature file folders. Now, these have the belly bands on the inside. They're belly band pockets, so the bottom one is a belly band, but it's a pocket, and then the top one is just a belly band, and you can slide little tickets, little pieces of ephemera in there that will hold those. Now, I got this inspiration, I won't say idea, because I have a video up about mini file folders, and I also have a template, I think, and I'll try to share that with you guys. But I did that last year, but I got the inspiration to come back and do another one from Pam at the Paper Outpost. I saw her doing some the other day, and I thought, oh, I need to do those again because I don't have any of those in my journals lately. So that is what we did. I just used a book page on the front, and I kind of tore it. I put a little piece of washi tape underneath where I tore that at a little angle, making it look a little bit more vintage. I put a piece of washi, our new washi tickets right there in the corner. And then here is one of the washi stickers, the flower. And then, like I said, this is a piece that Betty cut out for me, and these are two. And then here I just used the little part that I cut off. So I have no idea where I just got to because my husband come in and interrupted me. He needed to ask me a question. But anyway, these are some that Betty had cut out for me. And then here I used the little portion of the file folder that I cut off, and I just used those and put across here, and then I just cut some book page and put there as well. This is one of our little labels right there. So that's what we're going to make. I think they're super cute. Now you could go ahead and cover the back if you're planning on clipping them in. What I'm going to do is glue it down just on 3 sides and use it as another little tuck pocket. So that's what I'm going to do in mine, but you can do anything with yours that you want. They're regular file folders. They're the regular weight. They're not heavy like those brown ones that I have in the shop. These are a little bit lighter. They're just the regular file folder, and I got these off of Amazon. I use these all the time in our business, but I grabbed a couple because I wanted to do this. Now, I have already cut this in half. I've already cut that part off. So what you're going to do here is you're going to fold up pretty even as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. And hopefully the lighting is okay. I've opened my blind here and then turned on an extra light because it's pretty dark outside. It was kind of funny, a little bit ago we had A roof inspector came out to inspect our roof because we've got some hail and wind damage. And he was up on the roof, and all of a sudden it thundered and lightning real loud. And I heard him scrambling to get down off that roof. It was kind of funny, but, you know, I didn't want him to get hurt, but it was kind of funny the way I could hear him running across the roof trying to get back to his ladder so that he could get down. I don't blame him. I told him when he came in, I said, I heard you. I heard that rumble, and I thought it might be you falling off. Well, I have one thing after the other going against me today. My video just stopped because I had forgot that I had too many already uploaded in here, and I needed to clear some out. So, hopefully, you got the gist of the roof inspector falling off the roof. He didn't really fall off. I just thought that he did when I heard the rumbling going on out there. But anyway, when he came in, he said, well, why didn't you come and check on me if you thought I fell off the roof? I said, well, I looked out the window. I didn't see you anywhere. But anyway, okay, let's go ahead. Now, I've got that folded in half. And then I just cut that little tab off because we don't need that. You can cut it off and save it if you want to. I just cut it off. Now, these are not a regular size. As a matter of fact, they're, let's see, they're about 11 and 7/8. Or no, they're 11 and 5/8 inch is what they are. So they're a little bit odd. So what I did is I just decided what size I wanted to have my file folders. And my little mini file folders. Some of them I made 4 inches. So we will cut that at 4. And then I think this piece, I just split it in half. Just kind of sort of half. It doesn't really matter. It just depends on what size you're looking for. I hope I cut that straight. It didn't look like I did. Let's try that again. I didn't hold it. There we go. Alright, now I don't really want my file folders this tall. So on these, I cut them down a little bit. See, I cut it down about that much right there. So that's what we're going to do to this one. I'm just going to put a little mark where I cut that down to. Now this is just the way that I'm going about doing this. You can do it completely different if you want. That is up to you. This just made sense to me. Something is not exactly right. Either I'm not holding my mouth right or something today. Alright. So we've got that cut off. Remember, save these little pieces because we're going to use them. And then, let's see. This is going to be kind of a narrow one, and that's fine. And I'm just going to guesstimate. I'm not going to worry about cutting it at a certain height. I'll probably cut it at like 3 3/4. And then this one, just make sure that you're cutting on the end that opens up. This one, I think I'll cut it at 3 3/4 as well. Okay. Alright, so we've got those. Now what you need to do is cut out your little notch thing. Now what I did, I'll show you how I made a little template, and I'll show you how I made my template. I always like a template because you know that I don't like to measure, and the more I can just use a little template, the better off I am. I put my ruler, my Tim Holtz ruler, on 3/8 of an inch because that's about how tall I wanted my little tab. Excuse me, this little tab right here. And then I just kind of drew a light line all the way across right there. Then I'm going to cut, like if I want this tab on this end, I'm going to cut up to about right there, and I'm going to stop. Depending on what end you want your tab on. But I'm going to start out with the one on this end down here because it'll be easier for me to make my little template that way. Okay, come on. You can come off. There we go. Now those little pieces you can keep or toss. That's about the width that I want my template. Now, of course, that I want my little tab. Now, of course, you don't want your tab to be squared off like that. You want them to be kind of rounded like the little tab things are. Tab things. Y'all like that? Tab things. So I'm just going to freehand round it. Now, this is something that you can spend a lot of time on, or you can just go in and do a little freehand and just round it that way. You could mark it first and then do some rounding if you want to. But I think that right there is good enough for me. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't even try. Don't try to make it perfect. If you try, you'll disappoint yourself. Now, this one we don't need. So what I'm going to do is, and I could just freehand cut that, but I would probably cut crooked. So the best way is for me to just mark it with my pencil and then cut across that. Just like that. Now those little pieces we don't need. You could stamp on that, I guess, if you wanted to. It's big enough to stamp on. Alright, let's go ahead and round this corner. And then I'm just going to erase my little pencil mark right there. So now we have a little file folder that has the rounded corners and has the little rounded tab there. Isn't that cute? That is what I made my template out of. I took this and I just laid it down on a piece of chipboard. This is just a lightweight chipboard. And then I just drew around that and then cut that out, and that made my template. So now all I have to do when I want to mark my tab, let's mark it on this one. If I want my tab to be in the middle, I can just go like that right there. Just make sure that that top is even. And then I'll just mark that and that. So I've got it marked, and then you might say, well, yeah, but how are you going to get all the other straight on there? That's where my ruler comes in, and I just do my little 3/8 of an inch, if I can find it on here. Let's do it this way. 3/8 of an inch, and then I'm just going to lightly mark across that. Then I cut through both of them. That's just, it's easier for me. If you want to cut through one, you can, but I just go ahead and cut through both sides at one time. I'll just go ahead and round as I'm going across. Take that little nip off right there. And there, let's erase the pencil mark so you can get a good look at it. There's our center one. So now we have one, let's just say it's on this end down here, and then you have one for the middle, which you don't have to put them different. If you don't want to, you can do them all on one end, because these are not going to go on the same pages. Now if you was going to stack some pockets with these, that would be cute. If you were going to put them like, well, I'll get it turned the right way in a minute. Where is my, oh, it's stuck together. Hello. Hello, Edith. Let's cut this off. Okay, let's just say you wanted to make some little stack pockets with your file folders. Then you might want them staggered, but if you don't, then you want them all on one end, that's fine. Just do them the way that you want to. Sorry, my nose is itching. Okay, so let me get these pieces up. Now, another thing, you know, file folders, one side's a little bit lower than the other, like that. If you want one side of yours a little lower, you can do that. You can cut this one down just a little bit more if you want to do that. I like mine just the same size as the other. It doesn't matter with me. But you might want yours a little bit different, and that's fine. That is fine. Just go for whatever you like. Now, I open mine up to do the corners. Makes it easier for me. Well, come on. There we go. So that is 2 of them. Let's do this other one, and then we will start decorating. Now, as you can see, I've got one that is really teeny tiny. It's short. I cut it way on off, and I like that. That's cute to me. I'll use it. I love it. but you just make yours like you want to. I'm just showing you the way that I started out and decorated and that kind of thing. Now if I'm going to make my little tab on one end, then all I have to do is lay it up there even with that. Draw my little circle thing there. And then turn it like this. And just draw me a little line. And you could just make a complete template for your file folders if you want to. That one little tip part is all I need. I don't care if I have the other part made into a template or not, because I can always cut that. But see, that comes out just perfect to me. I mean, it's not perfect, but it comes out just right. Doesn't bother me at all. All right. I'm going to cut this little nib off over here. Maybe I can cut it straight without measuring. All right, and then we're going to just nip these corners. Let it slip out of my fingers. There we go. So there is another little file folder. Now let's do a little bit of decorating with them and put our belly band pocket on. Now, I will save my template back. I'm just going to put, I've got template, let's do file, tab, template. That way I know it's just for the tab and not for the whole file folder. So I'll save that back. And then we'll do a little bit of decorating. I'm going to decorate this little baby up. I just think it's so cute. And I'll just leave this one out here so you can look at it. Alright, what I did first on this one is I put book page on there because I just thought that the book page looked great on it. It's an old book page, so to me it just looked perfect for that. So I think I'll do the same on this, but you could use any kind of paper, you could use digitals, you could use vellum, whatever you might want. That will be stamped on, so save that back. Now, of course, this is too long for that, so I'm just going to tear a little bit more off. This is a very, very fragile book page. All right, that looks good right there. Now, what I did to make this little part here is I just took, and I'm going to do it over here, just took my finger and I just tore a little piece out of that, just a little chunk like that. Just made it look like that it's falling apart and there was something behind it. And it makes the person who actually gets it or looks at it wonder what that is behind there. What is that behind there? And then just make sure that you ink up in there. Because anytime the paper's torn when it's really old, it's going to get real vintagey looking around the edges. So just make sure that you... Okay. So that's what we're going to put down right there. Now I'm just going to mark a little tiny mark right there. That's going to show me where I need to put my little piece in there. And I think on that one I put some washi. On this one, I think I'm going to use this little stamp right here. And I'm just going to put it right there. Now don't carry it all the way down to the bottom unless your piece comes down that far. Okay, we need to move that up a little bit. So see, you don't want your, there we go, that's perfect. So you just want your little piece that you're putting under there to come right to the edge of this, not down below it, because then they would know what was back there. This way it makes them wonder. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with that. Let's go ahead and press that down good. All right, then we're going to put our glue on here. And you could put a little piece of lace there. I have put lace behind them before when I tore them, and that looks really good too, to put a piece of lace back there. Anything. You could just color back there, put a, use your pen and do a little doodling back there. Anything that you want. Lots of different ways to dress that up and make it look really, really old. Okay, so there is that. Then, whoops, I'm going to go ahead and ink around mine. I like that look. You guys know that by now. So there we have it inked around. And now I'm just going to do a little embellishing on top. Don't know exactly what I'll put, but I think I might just grab one of our little small, maybe even a little mushroom. Let's see what a mushroom would look like. That would look cute. Let me look at a different one. Yeah, I kind of like that one better. It's a little bit taller. So we'll put a mushroom there. And this is some of those washi stickers, and we do have the mushrooms if you want to look at those. And let's see, what can we put over here? I could put just another little sticker here. These are the washi tickets, and you can use those. We do have these in the shop. Now, if you pull off one that you don't want to use, just put it right back on there. Like I wanted this one, so I put that one back. You can do it either way, because I wanted this one to kind of go like this. I'm going to ink a little bit around it. Now these are very, very sticky, so when you put them down, be ready for them to live there. They are sticky. So I'm going to put that like that across there. Oh yeah, I like that. Then I'm going to take my little brush, and it has a little bit of white around the edges, so I'm just going to take this brush. I'll put a little bit of ink on it, and then we're just going to blend that in. That will make that look more like the paper, like it's on the paper, instead of sitting on top of it. And then we're going to do this little mushroom same way. We're going to stick him down right there. And then we'll ink that up a little bit and put a little bit of ink on our mushroom. And there we go. That little file folder, isn't that cute? I just love these. I love making them. I may use up all of our file folders just to make these. I don't think that would sit well with everybody. Okay. Now we're going to use a couple of these to make our pockets with. This looks like the perfect size right there. So I'm just going to ink this up. And I'm calling these little belly band pockets because the first one you're going to glue on 3 sides. So this one you're going to glue down one side, down one of the long sides, and then up the other side. This is going to get you the pocket part. Now, I don't want it to go over my folds, so what I do is just kind of fold it up and press on it. That way I can make sure that it's right above my fold. There we go. So that one's on there. And then we'll put this one up here. Now this one's got a little ridge right here that I want to cut off. Makes it harder to put anything behind it when you got that little ridge on there. Okay. And I like to ink them up all the way around so that you can tell that these are separate from the file folder. Now on this one, all you're going to do is put your glue right at either end. This end and this end. So, And then I just space it out. I kind of guess at it. Depends on how big the folder is. This looks like about a 1/2 inch maybe not that much. Space them out like that. Then you're ready to put something in behind there. And I'm just going to grab a couple of these little tickets that we have, and I'll stick those in there. And I know you're going to ask, we do have more of these coming, so hopefully they'll be here very, very soon. I love these little tickets. They're a nice quality, they're nice and thick, and they come in this pretty little pouch too. Okay, so we'll just tuck those down in there like that. Okay, and I kind of took one down further than I do the other, just kind of let that one stand up. Then we're going to put a little bit of book page across here, or you could do like this and you could just put a piece of this across there. That's pretty. I might just do that. This is a piece of that paper that we just used in a video prior to this one. I don't think it's up yet, but it was some of Betty's paper, and then I just stamped on top of it. Now my stamping is really crooked, so I don't know if that's going to look so good or not. Let me just look. I'll put it on here and then look at it. I think I want book page on this. That I need to work on that stamping a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, this piece I think will be big enough right here. Okay, we just need to take off a little of this, and tearing this old book is hard because it wants to come off in chunks instead of just where you want to tear it, so it's a little bit difficult. Okay, I'll take that little piece off right there, clear this down like that. And I like that it's got that book page on there. See if we can see that. All right, and then we need one more piece. See if I've got another piece of that book here. Yeah, this is one right here. Okay, let's tear a little bit right there. And then tear this end off. That should work right there. Yes. Okay. Go ahead and ink that up. And when you're inking these old vintage book pages, you need to ink very carefully. And yes, you can put them up against something else and ink on them. But I just hold them pretty tight in my hand and ink that way. There we go. Okay. Got that across there. Then we can put something right here. Now, what do we want to put there? Let me look and see if I have anything right here. I may have to dig in my ephemera folder. I've got a few little pieces of different pieces of ephemera here that I've just pulled out of that little hodgepodge that Betty sent me. Ooh, I kind of like that. Thank you again, Betty. That's very, very sweet of you. Okay. Let's just look through. I'm thinking that might be it, unless I find something else that grabs me. Nope, not finding anything else that grabs me yet. Okay, we're going to put this little piece down here. And I'm going to ink around it just to cover up that white. You can either do that, or you can trim it off, or you can just leave it. It might not bother you. It bothers me when I see the white and I don't have white on the page. Okay, there we go, right there. And I'm thinking that's all I'm going to do to that one. You could journal in here if you wanted to. You can journal on the back of your little tickets. And there is your little file folder. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to reinforce this just so it stays folded good. And then we'll put that one over there. These little pieces I will save. Alright, let's do another. We might do this one with something other than book page. Let's do this one with some paper. Now I have some paper here that I can't remember exactly. I think one of you guys sent it to me. I'm not 100%. But I think we'll use this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it, but then I'm going to tear it off because I want it to be a little bit torn and rugged looking. I don't want it to be so perfect. So we're going to tear it. So the first thing, we'll tear down through here. Now this is a very thick paper, so don't know how my tearing's going to be on this. We can tear it with our ruler, I guess, but this will work. We're going to say this will work. And see, this has a very thick white core in it, which is great for inking. Alright, I know that's way too big, so I just want to get my little piece down here torn, and then I'll tear some off at the top to make it the right height. Okay, let's just see how far we need to go. About right there, I guess. So we'll tear right down through here. We'll keep that piece. Yeah, I like that. Now, I don't think I'm going to do anything behind this one, but I am going to stamp on my file folder, so hold on. I'm just going to use this Tim Holtz stamp. I'm just trying to see which way's up. It's so hard to tell which way's up when you're looking at the stamp part. And I just want a little light coat behind it. So I'm going to actually be stamping off on some paper. There we go. And let me grab a piece of sticker backing sheet out of here. And then we'll stamp like this. Okay. Gonna stamp off. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp on the little thing up there too. And I think I'm going to stamp on the inside. There we go. So we've got some stamping on that. That was newspaper print stamp, I think, from Tim Holtz. I think so what that one's called. If I can find it, I'll link it below, but I don't have a clue if it's still available. Okay. Now, that looks good. Now let's put our paper down. See, that makes it look a little better to me because you've got some interest going on there behind that. I'm going to take this little point off. Okay, we're going to cover up all of that white. I'm going down into it with my little tap. I'm going down into it with my little dauber this way, and then I turn it this way to get the edge. Because I just want a little ink on that white. So I kind of bounce my dauber back and forth. That gets it lighter and darker, because see, I want it darker out here. There we go, that's pretty. I like that. Now I didn't put a word or anything on that little tab, but you could do that too. I did on the first one. You could put a little word there. Okay. Now, when we ink around this, it's going to look a lot better. Okay. So we've got that inked around. And do we want anything else? I may want a label right there. I'm trying to think what label I want. Let's just look in here and see what labels we have that we might want there. These are some little labels that I got from AliExpress, and I've tried to order more, and so far I haven't found them back in stock yet. These sell out real fast there, so as soon as I can find more in stock, I'll get them. Alright, just trying to see what was on that one. I think that'll look good right there. Now the other day I think I actually glued this down, but this is supposed to be a sticker. So we're going to see now if we can get this off of the backing. I don't know if it's a sticker or not. It says, yeah, it is. It's a sticker. Okay. I glued the one down the other day because I didn't even notice that it said sticker, so I just glued it down. But these are little stickers. Okay. That's got that deep green in it, that the leaves do right there. So I think that'll work. It'll work better when I get it straight. Ooh, these are very sticky. There we go. So got that. And I think
get that. Could you try again?
And I think that is all I'm going to put on the front. And then we'll go ahead and put our pieces on the inside. Okay. Put one a little bit bigger in here. This one has a little point on it, so we're going to cut that off. And it's a little tiny bit too long. Trim it that way. That will work right there. Well, it looks like it stopped raining. It's still kind of cloudy and dark, but I think it stopped raining for now. But I think tomorrow it's supposed to rain, and then Saturday it's supposed to get pretty. It said, we're never going to get our grass mowed. He said, it's going to be so tall, I'll have to have a bush hog come over here and cut the grass. So that could be true. It is growing big time out there. Alright, we're going to cut this little nub off here that this one has on it too. That was where the file folder was folded around. So, and I may have to trim it too, I don't know. No, it's actually the right size. Okay, and remember on this one, you're just going to glue it on the ends. That end and that end. Oops. I let that slip big time. Okay, I do need to take just a tad off right there. There we go. Okay, so there is our little belly band pocket. And let's see if we might have a couple of these that we want to cut out and use there. And this is just some ephemera I got from Blue Fern, and we could use a little T card. It's a little T card there. And I'm just going to trim the edges off of this. Okay, I'm going to put a little ink on there. And both of these you can write on the back. So that is a good thing. See that one, even though it's darker, you can write on the back there. Oh, put it in upside down. Messy. Okay, we'll put that in there, and then tuck that in there like that. Now I want to put something here, and then something down here, and I don't have to put the book page. We can do something else. What else do we want to put across there? We could put a piece of the paper across there if we wanted to make it kind of match the front. That would be pretty too. So we could just run a piece of that across. Like that. I think I might do that, but I'm going to trim it just a tiny bit more. Oh yeah, I like that. It's like a little brick wall there, didn't it? I have another piece. Let's see if this will work. Yes, it will. I'm going to trim off just a tiny bit of the end of it. And you get to use up all these little scraps. They don't have to go in your hoard vault. Let's see. I think, you know what? I'm going to turn it this way. It may go the other way, but I want that green on that end. Like that. I think that's super cute. Now, I may put one of these little ladies down here. I haven't opened these yet. Don't know if they'll even look right, but we're going to see. I was just going to look and see what we had here. I don't know if they're going to look right or not. They're too small to really put on the outside of anything. Oh, that one might work. It's kind of dark, so I like that. And when you open that down, she'll be showing there. Let's just put her down. Just put her down. Doesn't matter, does it? It's going to be pretty either way. And these are stickers as well. And they're also called washi. They're thin so you can see through them. And again, we'll use our little brush. Brush her down so that she looks more like she belongs there. And I think that's all I'll put on this side, and then you can journal, do whatever there. Now when I fold it up, of course she's going to stand on her head, but that doesn't matter. When we open her up, she's going to be fine. Alright, and I think I'll get a little word and put right there. So let me grab my little folder out here. What word do we want? What about timeless? That's a neat little word. And I'll go ahead and cut out another one for that other one there that we have. These are our words, and I have just shrunk them down. I think I printed them 2 to a page or something like that to just make them smaller. Sometimes you just need a little label. You don't need anything big. Okay, there is that one. Super cute. And then we're going to do this one. And there is that one. Isn't that cute? You guys have got to try these. You really do. I think you will enjoy them and enjoy using them in your journals. Okay, do we want to do one more and maybe use some vellum? Do we want to do that? I'm going to keep that little card. Isn't that pretty? That came in the back of the little ladies. Let's see if we want to do one more and then maybe use some vellum. Okay, I started to use vellum and I saw this piece of paper and I had to use this. This is gorgeous. I love this. Okay, I am going to tear off a little piece of the bottom first. I think I'm going to try to use my ruler. I don't know if I'll be able to hold it enough or not this time. Yep, that one tears pretty easy. Just want a little bit torn because I'm going to save all of those flowers that I can. Okay, let's see. what size we might need. We need to tear it about right there and right there. Oh, you could collage these too, and that would be really pretty. I don't know where I got this paper. Maybe one of you guys sent it to me. I don't know for sure. But it is beautiful. I know that much. Okay, where did it? There it go. There it is. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to tear off just a little bit of this corner because it's trying to go over my little edge. But I love that. That is darling. Okay, now what do we want to do now? You know what I'm going to do right here? I'm going to tear into it. I'm just going to make me a little V like that. Then I'm going to put a little piece of lace up there that will show through. Just a little scrap of lace like that, and that will show through. Isn't that pretty? Alright, first we need to do some inking. Alright, now on this one I'm going to try to make sure that I don't get my lace too high, so I'm actually going to glue my lace to the back of my paper. Just want to see which way most of my flower will show. What I'm going to do is cut this off a little bit because I want to get as much of that flower showing there as I can. There we go, like that. So I'm just going to flip it over, put a little bit of glue around this. Okay, so there is that. Isn't that pretty? Then we can go ahead and glue the page down, or the mat down, I should say. Whoops, didn't mean to put glue right there. I got a little bit glue happy. Oh no, did you see what I just did? Stuck it to my table. How many times do I do that? A bunch. Okay, there we go. Let me grab a wipe before that dries. There we go. Okay, now we've got that on there. Little piece of lace there. And I'm trying to figure out what else I might want to do there. I want to do something really exciting in there. See what we can do. These flowers match, maybe. Okay. This may turn out to be a flop, but we're going to see. Just want to see what this would look like if I tucked that flower in like that, like it was coming out of there. No, I like the lace better. Let's just leave it. Okay. So I want to put something right here. I think that might be too big. Okay, I'm going to put this there. I'm just going to kind of rough it up a little bit. This is one of the pieces that I stamped. Like that. Okay. Now, on this one, I think instead of doing a belly band, we're just going to do a little pocket. And I'm just looking to see what I might have right here to do a pocket with instead of having to go and dig anywhere else. You know what? Let's just do a pocket with the other piece of this paper. So I think we can make it about that tall right there. And then we do need to cut it off right there. So let's just give it a tear. Okay, That looks cute. I like that. It's like some wood planks. I like it. Right, we will put this down. I'm just gluing on 3 sides. And I did go a little crooked tearing, but I don't mind that. That doesn't bother me. You know, I don't worry about things like that. Not gonna worry about it. Now in this one, we can tuck all kinds of little tags and tickets and things in here. They can be long, short, medium. I may just cut out some of these and tuck in there. These are from My Porch Prints. And then I just take my little hole punch and punch the corners. You could also put some little tags in here, little small tags. That'd be cute and very useful. I'm going to use those like that. And then right down here, I think I'm just going to put something simple. What about that little teacup? That works for me. And yes, the tea will pour out of it when we close it up, but it's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. We could put that on there. Amour. Who loves tea? I love tea. I don't love hot tea. I like cold tea. And I know a lot of people, a lot of you guys probably, drink hot tea. But here in the South, we drink iced tea, iced sweet tea. We put ice in it, and we put, well, I don't put sugar in mine, but most people put sugar in it. I put Splenda in mine. Sometimes I just drink it without anything in it except ice. It's good and cold. I don't mind it. There we are. There's another one finished. We can put a little word right there, and this is all done. Or we might put a number on this one. Let's change it up and put a little number right there. See if I have a brown one, just a small one. Oh, we could put, nope, that's too red, and that doesn't go there anyway. Could put a little black one. I don't think the black would go. Okay, let's do one of these. And we'll just do number 1. You can make these little specimen folders. That would be cute too. All right, there is another. Okay guys, I think that's all I'm going to do on the video. I will continue making these though, because I think they're cute and they're going to be very useful in my journal. But I just don't think I'm going to make any more on the video, because you guys have got other things to do besides sit and watch me all day and night. So this is what we've made. I love the ones with the book pages. I don't know, to me that they just look very vintage. I like these, okay, but I love the ones with the book pages. Let me see what you recreate using your old file folders. Don't forget to go over and join our Facebook group, and you can post all your photos of your projects and things over there. We would love to see them, and we will talk to you guys later. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you want to be counted in for the 70,000 subscriber giveaway. You could win a $100 Amazon gift card if you're chosen. All right, we will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.